In the exercise of compiling this volume, I too had the privilege of sharing my experiences. Many of you would have heard how tough it is to keep pace with the Prime Minister. I saw how his energies were driven by a sense of mission. In pursuit of his goal to make India a leading power one day, Prime Minister is as demanding of himself, has been as demanding of the Indian system as he has been unsparing of himself. His visits abroad are legendary for their punishing schedule, a 5-day trip to Afghanistan, Qatar, Switzerland, the United States, and Mexico would probably rank as the toughest at that level. In his era, Indian diplomacy has learned to be more responsive, effective, practical, and ambitious. And this has happened due to the exhortative and motivational efforts coming from the very top. If our profile is higher, responsibility is greater, delivery better, and capabilities more recognized, much of the difference is due to the leadership. The Modi brand of travel is actually quite unique. Like everything else, it is dedicated to a larger goal. That Prime Minister Modi has little appetite for conventional sightseeing is well known. What I discovered accompanying him was how strongly experiences abroad were driven by the objective of identifying and absorbing best practices. The railway station we went to in Berlin fed into his modernization plans at home. The bullet train in Japan that we boarded actually ended up as a project in India. The convention centers that we spent time, each of them had a lesson to offer, even as we set about building our own. A cleaned up river in Seoul further strengthened our resolve on rejuvenating the Ganga. The public housing in Singapore was an input into our own affordable housing schemes. As a student of history, the Prime Minister reminded me of the Meiji-era reformers in Japan who contemplated the world through the lens of changes at home. One domain where the Prime Minister has broken new ground is the sharp projection of Indian culture on the global arena. The well-known author Amish Tripathi points out that India is a civilizational state, but many post-independence leaders were actually chary of seeing it as one. Prime Minister Modi has broken that mold. He sees a clear message. We must remember who we are. This explains the initiative in the UN to recognize and celebrate the International Day of Yoga, or the effort to familiarize the world with the benefits of Ayurveda. For that matter, the reclaiming of India's Buddhist traditions and the development of the Ramayana circuit, the expansion of the World Heritage Sites and intangible heritage in India is just as important as the return of Indian antiquities back to the motherland. This approach extends to the contemporary era, such as the commemoration of the anniversaries of Guru Gobind Singh, Swami Vivekananda, Mahatma Gandhi, and Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, people who have shaped India's destiny over the ages. The right to practice faith across geography is another aspect reflected today in the Prime Minister's initiative to encourage the building of a temple in Abu Dhabi or seeking an expansion in the Hajj quota for Indian Muslims.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.